Hello everyone, it is I, your man Nitin Sharma, and welcome back to another video. And these are the player ratings for yesterday's goalless draw against Leeds United. And if I'm honest with you, it was basically a game in which neither team took their chances. Had both teams taken their chances, this would have been a high-scoring game. But unfortunately, it was not to be. And ultimately, a draw is a fair result, in my opinion. So now we move on to our player rating. So starting off, as we always do, in goal, Edouard Mendy. He got a vital touch on Roberts' shot that hit the crossbar in the first half. Made a fantastic save from Jack Harrison in the second half. And he is the reason we did not lose that game. Because trust me, if we had Kepa in goal, it would have been ugly. We would have been at least 2-0 down at half time. And that is not an exaggeration. So for that, he gets an 8 out of 10. Now we move on to the right wing back. And unusually, the person who started in that position was Christian Pulisic. And this is his first league start under Thomas Tuchel. And he looked rather lively early on, providing a chance for Kai Havertz. He could have done better with a chance in the second half. And he was replaced in the 70th minute by Reece James. He did okay in my opinion. He gets a 6.5. Now we move on to our first of three centre-backs. And that is our captain, Cesar Azpilicueta. He had to go through a lot of defending as Leeds' midfielders looked to get to him at every given opportunity. He was solid as always and always led by example. He gets a 7 out of 10. Now we move on to Antonio Rudiger. Good. He was good at clearing the header from in front of Patrick Bamford midway through the first half. Very good against Rafinha when the winger decided to cut inside off the right flank. Also, a couple of pot shots from distance, which were, in my opinion, the wrong decision. He should have just passed it short for a striker to attempt to convert. He gets a 7.5. Now moving on to Andreas Christensen. He got really lucky after giving the ball away when Jack Harrison hit the crossbar. He was dominant after half-time to continue his excellent run of form for Thomas Tuchel. He handled Rafinha really well, as well as the substitute Rodrigo Moreno. Now we move on to our left wing back, Ben Chilwell. Had a real test against Rafinha, who got the better of him in the first half. Looked better going forward, but his deliveries were hit and miss. Must have got a huge mouthful from Thomas Tuchel after so many poor passes. He was just below average and he gets a 5.5 from me. Now we move on to our midfield. N'Golo Kanté. Leeds swarmed around the Frenchman whenever he had the ball, but he managed to marshal them off and managed to get a foothold in proceedings. He bossed things throughout the middle for the Blues, and he looked like the only player with any energy left in the final 10 minutes from every player who started. He gets a 7.9 out of 10. Jorginho, our next midfielder, coped rather well with Leeds' midfielders. Some of his passing was iffy, to say the least, but he did his job, sitting in front of the back three. He gets a 6.5 out of 10. We now move on to our attacking midfielder in Mason Mount. He tried the same thing happen, but Chelsea just couldn't get him into the game after the first half. Much the same after the break, always onto the ball, trying to influence things, but it wasn't his day. Yesterday was not Mason Mount's day. He gets a 6.5 out of 10. Now we move on to Hakim Ziyech. He pressed a lot better than he had done in his recent starts under Thomas Tuchel, but he did not have a good opening 45 minutes. He provided one excellent cross after half-time that Havertz failed to convert. But if it was another game, that was probably going to go into the net. But ultimately, Ziyech did not take any of his chances. He gets a 4.5 from me. Now we move on to Kai Havertz. He played as our striker today. And although I've vouched for him to play as a striker, this wasn't the game for it. He did better against Everton because that game called for it. This game called for someone like Giroud, someone like Werner. I'm telling you, either of those players, if they had been introduced earlier on, would have converted those chances Kai Havertz missed. Any striker would have done that. Should have buried a second half chance, but unfortunately it wasn't to be for the German international. He gets a 6.5 out of 10. Now the substitutes, Reece James, and he came on for Christian Pulisic. He made some very good runs as Leeds got really tired. He gets a 6 out of 10. Timo Werner, he came on for Hakim Ziyech. Didn't trouble Struijk or Llorente at all. He gets a 5 out of 10. Now Callum Hudson-Odoi, and he replaced Mason Mount. He gets no rating at all, as he wasn't on the pitch long enough. Now the manager's rating. Thomas Tuchel. He gets a 6 out of 10. Got the starting 11 wrong. I'm assuming he's resting the players for the Atletico game. Which, if he is, we must go and win that game. And book our place into the Champions League quarterfinals. Am I confident that we'll do it? The heck I am. Nope, I'm not confident at all. If we play like that against Atletico Madrid, the way we played today, we'll be slapped up before half-time. However, if we play the way we played against Everton and against Liverpool, we have half a chance of getting through to the quarters. But more of the Atletico game will be on a video come Monday. So yeah, an okay game. And before I sign off, my man of the match is going to be actually a Leeds player, and that is Roberts. Forgive me, I don't know his first name. Can someone in the comments tell me? That would be great. So yeah, that would be my man of the match. Now, Chelsea's man of the match has to be Edouard Mendy, because if he wasn't in goal, that would have been a cricket score. And I'm not even joking. So yeah, with that being said, social media is in the description below. Please remember to like, share, comment, subscribe, and turn on the bell notifications if you haven't already. The like target for today is 5 likes, so that would be great. And yeah, you have been a wonderful audience, and this is Nipan Sharma signing off. Take care of yourselves. Peace, up the Chelsea, and London is blue. And I shall see you in the next video. Peace.